Hello everyone, this is Matt with Carb Cartel Bow Fishing Store. With the new carbon fiber shafts coming out, I've actually been getting a lot of questions on how I determine which shafts I send out and which ones I decide are too warped to send out. I wanted to take a little time, send a video, and show you guys exactly how I figure that out and my process. So what I do is I take a batch of shafts and I put them up here on my toolbox, as you can see. And this is where I make all your shafts. I'll roll them here, and then I take the time and put your tips on right here, so it's all kind of a one-stop station. This is what I'll be putting in the trailer when I go to shoots, so I can be mobile. So all I do is I'll put a pile of them up here, and I generally do this when orders are a little slower, because then I have a batch made up, and I'll have a box where I know they're good, so I don't have to do this as I'm filling orders. So all I do is I just give them a little flip, and you can see on that one, you should be able to see in the video, you can see the center right here rising up and down. But for me, I don't really watch it as much as listen to it, and you can hear the definite noise that makes every time it rolls over. So that one there is going to be a no-go. That's going to go in the bad shaft pile. That one there, I mean, you can hear how smooth that rolls down the table. You know, with a lot of fiberglass shafts, you may still have a little bit of turn, but as long as it rolls smooth like that, it sounds good. That's telling me that the shaft is straight enough to shoot straight. So that's going to go in the good pile. And, you know, I'll sit here and roll out. It doesn't take too long to roll out a mess of shafts. So here's another one. You could definitely hear that one. That one's even worse than the first one, a bad shaft. That one's worse than the one I just threw out, a bad shaft. You know, that one there, it does, you can hear it has a little bitty tick on it. But you know, that's a straight shaft. That's going to shoot straight out of your bow. It's not going to plane out when it hits the water. Here you go. Bad one, real easy to tell. You know, that's kind of one of those on the edge ones. It does have a little tick to it. That one's kind of hard to say. You know, most people I don't think would have a problem with that one. You might have people here and there that would consider it too bent. So on a general, it's kind of just going to depend on, you know, what the day holds. Some days that shaft may actually come out and be too warped for most people. So I'll generally play it on the safe side and toss it in the, you know, in the warped bin. That one there, you can hear it. It sounds horrible. You know, that one there, you can hear a little tick, but that's a straight shaft. Again, there's another one. I can see it. I can hear it. It's out. That one there, you know, again, you can hear a little bit, but that's going to be a straight shaft. That's going to shoot straight, and everything's going to go good with it. So out of that group, you know, I had 5 that were good and 5 that were bad. Not really good numbers, and those came straight out of the box. You know, people ask me which shafts are better or worse. There's no color that's better or worse. I think you just get better and worse batches. The green ones that I'm rolling now, I'm honestly running about 50% are good. But I would rather not make that profit than send out a bad product. The carbon fiber shafts that I just ordered, somehow I got a bad batch of them. I'll probably break even by the time I sell them all. And that's not kidding, that's where I'm at with them. But I would rather do that and you know, break even, I'll order more, whatever, as opposed to sending out a bad product. You know, with my fiberglass arrows, I have some colors where every one is just straight and true, and you know, I might hit 1 out of 100, and then you know, another color, it's going to be that 30-40% where I'm chucking them to the side because they just don't come out right. So it's really a crapshoot when I get them in. All I can do is cross my fingers and hope. But that doesn't mean I have to send them out to you. You know, a lot of these, if they're, you know, like the one where it wasn't bad, but I could tell it was warped, you know, those will go in a different pile, and they may go to donations, or you know, I may send them if people need arrows for Boy Scouts or kids, you know, when they ask for stuff like that. You know, because they're still going to shoot good, but I wouldn't necessarily expect people to pay for them. They might go in the warped bin pile that I sell the warped shafts on. So it all kind of depends. Really, I just wanted to give you a peek into how I decide what shafts can go out and which ones I want to keep in. I hope it just gives you a little better picture into what I'm doing to make sure I put out a good quality product. So I hope your day's going well. I'm glad we're getting back to normal and shooting's going good. And I hope you guys get out and slug them good. Have a good day.